Doug Schwab. Team got second place. How do you assess your Midlands tournament?
I mean, there's some really good things and stuff to build off of. You know, I mean, we've been in two of the best tournaments. You know, I mean, we challenge ourselves going to Vegas and coming here. The guys are certainly battle tested. You know, and like I told them, there's a lot more. There's a lot more still in there. You know, do I think that we competed what we're capable of to a man? No, absolutely not. You know, but that's great because there's more in there. But I think guys realize it too, and some guys are starting to figure out how much more is still in that tank. You know, if we get okay with second, guys are disappointed. I mean, that's what I like. I like that guys were disappointed because like, man, there's more there. And you know what? I want to go score, and this guy wants to go score, and this guy like, well, I should be in that finals match. You know, and I think guys thinking that way instead of, man, you know, well, great, we got second in Midlands. You know. So I just know there's a lot more. I know there's a lot more in us. I know that our guys, you know, and Carter Isaac, you know, he's a prime example, man, of just that he's starting to figure out how good he really is. You know, but just being able to you got to be able to put full matches together. You got to be able to put more than just, you know, a couple scores. Like, hey, I can go out and I know I can score on this guy. I can score on anybody in the country in the first 30 seconds. Okay, now we got to continue to be able to do it. But that he's starting to get that mindset. You know, it's fun to watch a guy and kind of see that turn and click a little bit. You know, we got some good senior leadership. You know, Max coming back and getting third, even if the guy didn't wrestle. But I'm just saying that it's important that guys come back like that. It's important that guys are able to turn the page. You know, this morning wasn't a great morning, you know, overall. And some of those older guys kind of put it on themselves that, hey, I'm going to turn this ship around. And that's what you got to have. You got to have a leadership like that from your group, from the guys competing. And, you know, we got to continue to stick together as a team. And, you know, we have a bunch of duels coming up and just got to get our guys really prepared for each match and start building some momentum as a group. But I tell you what, you know, we put them through this because we wanted them prepared for March and two-day tournaments, multiple weigh-ins, getting back up, you know, a lot of tough matches. It's going to prepare us more for the Big 12s and Nationals, and that's what we ultimately we want to compete our best, and that's where we are going to compete our best.
Why wasn't it a good morning this morning? Was it just not being ready, or?
You know, I mean, that's something you got to try to assess as a coach, you know, and figure out, and you know, you start thinking about, okay, well, when does that process start? You know, when does the next match? When does that? And it starts last night. You know what I'm saying? It's saying you got to be able to get your mindset changed around and set. And man, this is a tough tournament in a lot of ways because you're coming off Christmas. But we put them in that situation. They know, and everyone else is going through it too, right? So, you know, being able to kind of come back and get yourself back ready and kind of get maybe over that Christmas hangover a little bit. You know, I don't know. We'll assess it. And we'll get our guys more prepared. You know, we can't. It's not just going to be okay. Well, you're ready to go. Like, we're going to have a better plan in place where, okay, guy loses a match. Okay, here's what we're doing to get the guy ready for the next thing. Because you have to, man. You're going to be on the backside of a tournament. I mean, we love it if guys never were, but you're going to be there and you have to be able to respond. If you're going to be in national. If you're going to win a team as a national title, you have to have guys come through the backside. Guys have to be able to do that, and you know, you want to win. You know, second place in the tournament. I mean, heck, we left a lot of points out there, but we're almost 100 behind the team that got first. So, you know, we're not like, oh, is that? I mean, to me, it's like great. I'm proud of our guys because we're competing our tails off. You know, and we're getting better. It just like you said, man. You look at that and you go 0-4 in that round of 12. Okay, what's going on? What do we need to do a better job? I'm not putting on them. What do we need to do to be able to make sure that they're more prepared? I think there's a lot of teams that probably struggle with that, and we just have to have a better plan in place to be able to get guys to turn the page and move to the next thing, and then we'll figure out what we can work on or what happened in that match after. Trying to figure it out after the match doesn't help because sometimes you got a quick turnaround. So we got to do a better job as coaches to get them to turn that page quicker, and they have to be able to respond to it.
How'd you think Lujan did in his final match tonight?
You know, I obviously like to see him get to more attacks. You know, I mean, I think that's the that's the big thing.
Is there too many? Is there ever too many amount of attacks for you?
I don't think so. I mean, no, because no, I don't think that would be like that guy attacked too much. You don't hear that too much. I don't know if you ever hear that. Like, that guy attacked too much. You know, I just think I'd like to see him score off his offense. I mean, scored a good scramble, but then rode the dog out of the guy. You know, he rode really well this weekend. And I think that was something they're he's putting a little more emphasis on, because riding points are huge, and he's really good on top. So as from that aspect, he did a great job of getting riding time, turning some guys. You know, and the guy didn't go back underneath him because, well, I'm not getting away from the guy. You know, but go score again, go ice it. And that's something that was communicated, something that we'll continue to work on. Where, I mean, he's got great attacks too. You know, you don't have to score off him. You can score off your own, and just keep telling him that, man, because he's a bad man.
Do you ever worry about his knees just exploding?
Mine would. I'd be on crutch wheel. I couldn't move if they'd be blown out, you know. But he's got those trick knees, and you know, it's great to have, but better yet, don't even let the guy ding in on your legs, you know, and just be on his legs, or you're sitting in the corner, you're knocking him over where you know, you're not even putting yourself in any of those compromising positions. But you know, he's a Midlands champion. It's a big deal, man. That'll be beside his name for the rest of his life. And you know, that's great, and it's great for the program. It's great to him to build off of, just winning a big tournament.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.